Guys, I just did the feeding this morning. It's a beautiful 65 degrees. The sun is out just like it was yesterday. And we took, you know what? We got all the chores done. Instead of doing a project, that's going to have to wait because we got to take some me time. And everybody, physically, mentally, healthy, need to take those time to time me times. And there's been a lot of projects that need to be get done. Our next project that's going to be popping up is fixing what the rain did. But that's okay. I can take this tarp off because we're not supposed to get rain for the next 12 days. According, there's nothing out there. So, yeah. So that gives me the time to slowly fix this part inside here. My sister's coming down on Wednesday. Uh, and got my fingers crossed. She found her little piece of heaven yesterday. We were with her. And of course, somebody else wanted it too. We think there's a little iffy, someone knowing the agent. So they rushed it through and they got their bid in when they know someone else was putting in a bid. So let's just leave it at that. My sister put it in a contingency bid. So, right? So, okay. So here we go. Back to me. So I got to start getting the 2x, whatever, measured, figure out how much I need to start framing. First, framing this side. Okay. And then frame the other side. Because this is going to be a solid building. It is. It's going to be a solid building. It will no longer be this thing we bought that says it's chain link. It wasn't. It's just this nasty, poor chicken wire that any predator could get through. We've got a busy week. We also have processing this week. We all know our two lovely cows, our steer, Moo and Cheeseburger, will be going to Freezer Camp. And we have our 6 extra roosters that will be going too. Don't worry, Bob's not going. He's my favorite. Plus, I purchased him because I was so in love with him. Still am. The pigs aren't going anywhere. But a lot of people have loved the turkeys. They will be going into processing. You'll have to wait till next year till I get some more turkeys for next year. So am I going to buy more birds? Hopefully, Bob will produce some babies, some chicks in the beginning of the year. So I will not be purchasing anything. They will be having their own babies. And there you go. The first year is always the most costly. People have asked me that. But if there is a certain time of the year where you're raising extra animals and they're not pets and they're not keep the bugs down and they're not for the ecosystem of your farm. They are food. And they have been loved, cared for, played with, and just adored and given the very best of whatever they needed and more of it. I never was stingy on it. So please. And I, yes, hugged them and everything else. How do you do that? It's part of being a farm. We're not a sanctuary. We have taken animals and they won't go nowhere, and that would be Clyde. He was a pet. And Spot, he's not any good for food, and they both turned out to be really good guard dogs for our chickens. I do not shut that chicken door. Okay. Now the pigs have access to the big pasture and this pasture over here, and they know how to get across without interfering or touching the electric fence. They are extremely smart and they know their boundaries. They know their pastures. So please, don't hold it against me. We are a working farm. So, do I have any Halloween soaps? You have to wait till October, guys. um, so, so that's what's happening this week. Um, I love the sounds. I just love them. I love the sounds. It starts about 5 a.m. in the morning. All of the roosters has something to say. All right. I hope you all have a great Sunday. I know I had a wonderful Saturday. I hope your weekend was as amazing as mine. So ta ta for now, and I'll see you at the next video.